lost my memory. A beautiful man who claimed to be my husband took me home. He was to the extreme. Clingy, needy, always touching me, always near. But he never took me anywhere. No parties, no dinners, no public appearances. Until the day I went to pick up our daughter. A stranger in a suit stopped me, his eyes bloodshot. He called me a name I didn't recognize. I knew who he was. Shuang Yu, the eldest son of the Shuang family. Rumors said his lover had drowned in an accident 5 years ago. He refused to believe she was dead. He'd searched for her like a madman for half a decade. The world called him devoted, faithful, a true romantic. Husband Cayenne called him a fraud. On my way to pick up Cayenne from the airport, my phone rang. The old house. Mommy, your old daughter Nayan was crying. Small voice, trembling. My heart seized. My mother in La's voice came on. Nayan ran too fast and bumped into someone. He pushed her. She scraped her elbow. The wound is treated. I scolded the other party. But Nayan is still crying from the fright. Chunchao, can you come to the old house? Before I could answer, Cayenne is still overseas for treatment. Don't tell him about this yet. Cayenne, moody, unpredictable, spoke to Nayan in a soft, high-pitched voice that no one else had ever heard. If he found out someone had hurt his daughter, that person wouldn't leave the old house easily today. Mom, Cayenne is coming back today. She paused. That child, always reckless. Hey, Sai, he only listens to you. Keep him from going too far. I hung up and told the driver to go to the old house. A voice message from Cayenne. I played it. Wife, I miss you so much. Familiar. Yearning. I remembered the first time he called me wife. Awkward. Back then, I had woken up in a hospital room remembering nothing. He was the first person I saw, sitting in a wheelchair, red mine aside, staring at me. Got the beautiful. I liked beautiful things. So my first words to him were, Are you my husband? He paused. You don't remember? I shook my head. He was silent. I realized I'd made a mistake. Sorry, then you must know me. Can you help me contact my family? No mistake. His brows relaxed. His voice trembled slightly. Let me introduce myself. My name is Cayenne. 20-5. Your husband. From him, I learned I was Meng Chunchao. 20-2. His wife. We dated for 2 years, got married a month ago, and then I'd gotten into a car accident on my way to see him at work. I went home with him. The accident had left me slow to react. When he called Chunchao, I always took a beat too long to realize he was talking to me. I'd been out of the hospital for 2 months. It still happened. He never complained, but I saw the disappointment in his eyes. Like a wrong puppy, I couldn't stand it. I leaned down and kissed his cheek. Calling me Chunchao is too distant. Aren't we already married? Why don't you call me wife? Husband. He froze. His ears turned red. Under my steady gaze, he finally said it, wife. Shy. Awkward. Like a rogue teasing a beauty. Madam. We're here. I got out of the car and walked toward the hall. Cayenne's cousin Yu, I was getting engaged. I brought Nayan back to China 3 days ago for the engagement party. Cayenne had stayed behind for his rehabilitation therapy. He'd sent me his flight info 2 hours ago. He was coming home early. Insane. His legs were finally starting to improve. The hall was packed with guests. I was heading to the 2nd floor when I heard complaints. Quiet. But my hearing was shot. So annoying. I only pushed her once. Why is she crying so much? Gia, you didn't help me. My brother said he's cutting off my card. The kid bumped into you. I pushed her for you. I stopped. A girl with bright yellow hair. Hard to miss. Beside her, a woman in a white dress. Gentle, delicate, but her eyes were nervous. Yo, do I think that girl looks like someone? I don't know. I don't care. Gia, you can't let my brother cut my car, or I won't acknowledge you as my sister minus and minus law. I'll talk to Zhuang Yu. But yo, don't you really think? My bodyguards were already beside them. Why should I leave? Do you know who I am? The woman in white looked at me, her pupils dilated. Her lips trembled. She couldn't speak. I smiled politely. She almost fell. Chen Chao, you're here. My mother minus in minus law. Where's Nyan? She was frightened. She just fell asleep. Go see her. I'll check on Kyer UI. She walked away, ignoring the commotion. In the children's room, the nanny left. I looked at Nyan sleeping. The gauze on her arm was obvious. I hadn't even touched her when she woke up. Mommy. She threw herself into my arms. Mommy's here. I soothed. She reached up and touched my face. Mommy, it doesn't hurt. Don't be sad. Then she changed the subject, like she was trying to comfort me. Mommy, I heard the roses Daddy planted bloomed. I want to see them. I carried her downstairs, got her a small cake, went to the back garden. She told me about a man with red eyes who wouldn't let her go, who kept asking where her mommy was. She didn't like him. That's why she pretended to cry and called for Grandma. I was about to respond when she burrowed into my arms. Mommy, the red minus eye man is here again. I followed her gaze. A man was walking toward me, eyes bloodshot. The bodyguard stopped him. Get out of my way. Sir, please stop. One more step and we will use force. He fought them. He lost. They pinned his shoulders. He looked at me with nothing but pain. Ying, he said. I frowned. I knew him. Xuan Yu. I'd heard his lover drowned 5 years ago. He'd searched for her like a crazy person. The world called him devoted. Kayan called him trash. When she was alive, he treated her like dirt. Now she's gone. He plays the devoted lover. Where was this energy before? Disgusting. I guessed Kayan you knew her. He'd said she was a good person. Shawnee didn't deserve her. I was curious. He got jealous. Said I paid too much attention to the fraud. I'd searched online later. Nothing. A woman's existence had vanished with her death. Yin Yang. Tears slid down Zhuang Yu's pale cheeks. I've been looking for you for 5 years. They said you died. But I knew. You're smart. You can swim. You couldn't have just you blame me. You've been hiding. Mr. Zhuang, I said flatly, you have the wrong person. Xing Yang. We grew up together. How could I be wrong? Nyan hugged me tighter. Mommy. Jiao Nyan is scared. I patted her back. To the bodyguards, he's too loud. Gag him. Take him away. Zheng Yang. A fist silenced him. Gag him. Throw him out. A familiar voice. I looked. Kayan. It was the first time I'd seen him standing. He walked to me, took Nyan from my arms, kissed my cheek. What's wrong? Don't recognize your own husband? Your legs are better, I asked. He smiled. Almost. I wiped the sweat from his brow. Sweat from pain but didn't call him out. Put Nyan down. She just ate cake. Let her walk. Nyan wiggled. Daddy, listen to Mommy. Put me down. I don't want to get fat. He set her down. Then he saw her arm. His gentle eyes turned cold. How were you protecting her? How did she get hurt? I tugged his sleeve. I'm right here. Why are you asking them? I explained quickly, then looked at Shuang Yu being dragged away. Haiyan played with the hair by my ear, dissatisfied. The one who pushed Nyan, I said. I heard she's Shuang Yu's sister. He looked at Shuang Yu. Her eyes like ice. Don't go too far. Just teach her a lesson. He said okay. That night, Shuang Yu was admitted to the hospital with a broken arm. Till after we got home, I took a shower while Cayenne put Nai on Nai into bed. When I came out, he hugged me from behind, buried his face in my neck. Is there something you want to ask me? I said. His arms tightened around my waist. Yes. Did you miss me today? I turned around. That's it? His lips pressed together, a little aggrieved. You didn't say you missed me. I hooked my arms around his neck, kissed his lips, once, twice. He caught the third one. After a long moment I said, I missed you. His hands had already wandered under my clothes. I caught his arm, slightly breathless. Anything else? He didn't have the mouth to answer. Then I asked, can it wait until tomorrow? He mumbled. I said, I'm not Ming Chen Xiao. Am I? He went completely still. He looked up. The desire faded from his eyes. Second question. I'm the one who fell into the sea 5 years ago, aren't I? Shuang Yu's lover. That's me. Panic flickered across his face, but he calmed himself quickly. He opened his mouth. I cut him off. Think carefully before you answer. If you lie to me again, I'm taking Nai on Nai and I'm leaving immediately. Everything? I'll tell you everything. Just don't say leave. His body was tense. His lashes trembled. You are Lin Chu Ying. You fell into the sea 5 years ago. I rescued you. You were in a coma for 3 days. When you woke up, you'd forgotten everything. I knew it. So our relationship, our marriage, all of it was fake. It was real, he said quickly. Then, quieter, it was just one-sided. I was in love with you. You weren't, some parts. I imagined. I raised an eyebrow. The truth was, I had gone home with Kai Yan because he felt familiar. I wanted to be near him. I could only sleep if he was beside me. But he said it was one-sided. I didn't think so. Day Zhuang Yu today my heart had been calm, and honestly, Zhuang Yu wasn't my type. Not before Kai Yan at least. But I didn't tell Kai Yan that. He had lied to me for so long. Every time I got close to the truth, he quietly snuffed it out. I touched his face. Didn't speak for a long time. He looked like he was about to cry. Wife, punish me any way you want. But don't ignore me. I lifted his chin. Is our marriage certificate fake too? I'm sorry. He dropped to his knees. It was. I was angry. Get up. I stood, looked at him coldly. I don't need a husband with bad legs. His legs had been in treatment for 5 years. Only now could he barely walk. And he was this careless with them. He was unsteady. He pressed on his thigh and forced himself to stand. I walked around him. He caught me from behind. I pried his hands off. Cayenne, I'm very angry right now. Don't touch me. That's a warning. I went to Nai and Neon's room. 3 hours later, I heard voices downstairs. Ying Ying is my fiancée. I'm taking her home. Cayenne laughed coldly. That's my wife, the mother of my child. Who do you think you are? If you hadn't taken advantage of her, if you hadn't hidden her, we'd have the children by now. Zhuang Yu threw a punch. You despicable coward. You stole 5 years from us. Stop. Zhuang Yu froze. Then his face lit up. Ying Ying. He walked toward me. Cayenne threw a teacup. Zhuang Yu's head shattered. Blood ran down his forehead. Zhuang Yu barely paused before charging again. I stepped in front of Cayenne.